Hi everyone, this is Sinful, and today I will be giving a quick overview of the Decentraland DAO. What is a DAO? A DAO is a decentralized autonomous organization. And the Decentraland DAO is where builders and users on Decentraland go to vote on proposals such as grant requests, points of interest, name bans, linked wearables, catalyst nodes, and governance proposals. So let's get started. Go to decentraland.org. Once you are there, click on DAO right next to the Events tab. Now we are on the Decentraland DAO. On this page, before you click Start Voting, you can scroll down the page and read about what is the Decentraland DAO, how is it relevant to me, how does the DAO work, what kinds of things can be determined. You could also read a little bit about mana. Wow, did you know that the Decentraland mana is decentralized in the sense that the private keys that control the smart contract have been thrown away? And you can find more info as you continue to scroll down. Now that we have covered the DAO overview page, we may click Start Voting. This will bring you to the DAO homepage. Here you will see some stats such as active proposals, participation, and the current state of our Decentraland DAO treasury. Next, you will see open proposals. These are proposals that are currently being voted on. Then you will see active community grants. These are grants that are actively being funded by the DAO. Next is the DAO Delegates category. Here you will see a list of individuals that are official DAO delegates. You can see when they last voted, how many proposals they have voted on, how many wallets delegate voting power to them, as well as their total voting power. If you click on their names, you will see a brief overview of what they do, a breakdown of their voting power, as well as how they voted on previous proposals. Last but not least, you will see the community engagement chart. Here you will see the average participating voting power month over month, as well as votes per proposal averages, and last month's top voters. If you would like to get involved further, please make sure to join the DAO Discord server by clicking on this button. Before we continue, it is important that we go over what is voting power and how do we get it. Voting power, often referred to as VP, is what we use to vote on proposals. Every proposal in the DAO has a VP threshold. A proposal is passed after the threshold has been met and the voting period is over. Now, on to how do we get voting power? Getting voting power is simple. Here are a couple methods. Method number 1, you buy mana. 1 mana equals 1 voting power in the Decentraland DAO. Method number 2, you buy a name. 1 name equals 100 voting power in the DAO. And lastly, your land assets. Having 1 land asset in your wallet equals 2,000 voting power. Currently, the categories you can submit proposals for are catalyst nodes, points of interest, name bans, linked wearable registry, grant requests, and pre-proposal polls for the governance process. Next to proposals, you will see grants. On this page, you will find all the grants that have ever been funded by the Decentraland DAO. On the left, you can filter through category, legacy grants, and status. You can also request a grant from this page. Up at the top, next to grants, you will see profile. This is your user profile within the Decentraland DAO. Here you will see your total voting power, as well as how it's broken down. As you can see, my voting power is broken down between mana, names, and delegated voting power. If you scroll down, you will see a section for my proposals. Then you will see a section for delegated VP2. Here is where you will see where your personal voting power is being delegated to. Please note that you cannot delegate voting power that is not yours. Next is the VP Delegators section. Here is a list of people who delegate their voting power to this wallet. Lastly, you will see all the proposals that you have voted on. Last page we will be covering is the transparency page right next to profile. Here you will get an overview of the Decentraland DAO treasury. For further details, please make sure to check out our docs, transparency dashboard, and DCL data source. If you scroll down, you will come to income and expenses for the last 30 days. Next, you will see a section for total funding provided this far from all grants. Lastly, you will see some personnel from the Security Advisory Board, DAO Committee, and the Wearable Curation Team. If you would like to be further involved, there are some applications here on the left. Currently, we can apply to become wearable curators and DAO delegates. Now that we have looked over all the pages that make up the Decentraland DAO, I think it's time for us to vote. When you click on a proposal, this will be the format that it will be laid out in. At the top, you will see the title. Under the title, you will see its status and what kind of proposal it is. Then you will see descriptions and details about the proposal. Since this is a point of interest proposal, you will see a jump-in button so that you can check out the land before you vote. Under that, you will see some comments. If you click on Join the Discussion, this will take you to the Decentraland forums. The Decentraland forums is where community members actively engage in conversation about the current proposal. On the right, you will see your voting options. If you click Show Results, you will see how the current voting is going, how many votes are going for each option, and you can even see who voted what. Under your voting options, you will see the total threshold required to pass this proposal, as well as how many days you have to vote until this proposal ends. Then you will see some details, sorted by who created the proposal, when did it start, when it ends, and its link to snapshot. The proposal we're currently looking at is to remove a point of interest star for this location. As you can see, this proposal has heavy community support for yes to remove the point of interest star. I personally agree that this point of interest should be removed, so I will be voting yes. Once you click on your option, you will get a MetaMask notification asking for a signature. You sign here. And congratulations, you have now voted. If you pull up the list, you will see my vote right here. Keep an eye out for a Part 2 DAO video where I will be covering the Decentraland DAO in more detail. This video was brought to you by the Decentraland DAO and made possible by the Decentraland community. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all on Decentraland.